All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're talking about a really interesting, kind of specific AI tool from Google Labs. And look, this is not just another chatbot. No, this is something totally different. It's a specialized research assistant, and it's built to tackle a problem that I'm pretty sure every single one of us has.
You know the drill, right? You've got a huge project. Maybe it's for school, for work, or hey, maybe you're just diving deep into a new hobby. You start gathering all this great stuff. You've got PDFs, web articles, Google Docs, even transcripts from videos. And before you know it, you are completely buried under a mountain of files you swore you were going to get to later.
I mean, this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? That watch later playlist? It's a graveyard. We all have the best intentions, but the truth is that pile of information just sits there. It becomes this digital tomb where all that incredible knowledge is trapped, totally useless unless you want to spend hours rereading and rewatching every single thing. Who has time for that?
So that's the core issue we're facing. It's really like this two-headed monster, right? On one hand, you've got the sheer chaos of all your digital stuff, and on the other, you have all these new AI tools popping up that, let's be honest, can be kind of unreliable. They just make stuff up. You know, the whole AI hallucination problem we hear so much about?
Okay, and this is where NotebookLM enters the picture. And you really got to get this one part because it's the absolute key. This tool is fundamentally different from other AIs. Why? Because it builds its entire understanding only from the documents you give it. It's not going out and searching the whole internet. Nope. It creates its own little brain based exclusively on your materials. That's it.
And the way it works is just so simple, it's brilliant. First, you just upload your sources. PDFs, URLs, Google Docs, even video transcripts. It handles a ton of stuff. Then you start asking questions. And here's the cool part. You're asking questions to your entire collection at once, not just one file at a time. And the real magic? It gives you these incredible AI-generated insights, and then it shows you exactly where it found that information, with a direct citation right back to your document.
That feature right there, the citations, brings us to probably the biggest, most important question about any AI tool today. Can you actually trust it?
So yeah, let's just get right into it. We've all seen even the biggest AI models get things completely wrong. It happens all the time. So what makes this any different? Can we actually trust the answers we're getting?
Well, lucky for us, some researchers actually put this to the test, and the data they found is pretty wild. They took a huge research task, we're talking 300 documents, and gave it to NotebookLM and a couple of the big general-purpose chatbots. Now get this, the general chatbots, they hallucinated or made stuff up in 40% of their answers. 40! And NotebookLM? Only 13%. I mean, that is a night and day difference.
And this quote really gets to the heart of the problem. A lot of the time, the issue isn't that the AI is just fabricating things out of thin air. It's more subtle. It's what the researchers called overinterpretation. Basically, the AI takes an opinion from one of your sources and presents it like it's a cold, hard fact. Or it adds its own little analysis that the documents just don't back up. Because NotebookLM is grounded only in your sources, it helps stop that from happening.
All right, so we've got that it's way more trustworthy. That's huge. But what can you actually do with it? How does it actually change the way you work? Because this thing goes way beyond just simple questions and answers.
Check this out. One of the coolest features is called Audio Overview. Think about it like this. It's the difference between just passively listening to something and actively learning. So instead of a boring robot voice just reading your notes back to you, imagine this. It generates a whole podcast-style discussion. You get two AI hosts who actually debate and compare the ideas from all your different documents. It's wild.
And you can take it even further. People are coming up with these things called super prompts that really unlock its power. For example, you can tell it to find these source gaps. Basically, ask it, what's missing from my research? Or you can tell it to find contradictions, where your sources actually disagree with each other. You can even ask it to be a school teacher and explain a super complex idea in really simple terms. It's like having a whole team of experts at your fingertips.
Okay, but let's be real for a second. No tool is a silver bullet, right? And to really get the most out of NotebookLM, you have to know what it's not good at. So let's talk about its limits.
This chart lays it out pretty clearly. First off, you need to be online. There's no offline access. It's also not going to automatically sort through your email and pull in files for you. That's a manual job. And, really important, this is a solo tool. It's built for you, the individual, not for big team projects.
So here's the bottom line, the main takeaway on when to use it.
NotebookLM is perfect for those focused projects where you've already gathered your key documents, say 10 to 30 of them. But if your job is more like drinking from a fire hose with dozens of new documents flying into your inbox every week, you might want to look at something else that can handle that kind of automatic, ongoing organization.
But once you get where it shines and where it doesn't, you start to see that this isn't just another app for taking notes. Not at all. It's something much, much bigger. We're talking about building a genuine second brain.
And that's the big mindset shift right there. This is about moving beyond just passively jotting down notes. Forget that. What you're actually doing is building your own personal, searchable database of knowledge. It's an entire library of everything you know on a subject, and it's just waiting for you to ask it questions.
When you think about it that way, it totally changes the game for learning and research. It stops being about just consuming information and starts being about creating something, creating your own personal source of truth. So that leaves just one question for you. What knowledge base are you going to build first?